Hi everyone, my name is Jenna and welcome to my channel, Divine Direction. In this video, we are going to be looking at the messages for the month of August for the sign of Taurus. Okay, Taurus, so while I was shuffling your cards, I heard the song by Diana Summers, I believe it is, and it's the She Works Hard for the Money song. I don't know exactly what it's called. And they're saying, like, let's cut out she, obviously. But some of you have been working really hard for your money. And so when I was coming in to, like, start filming, I just started feeling really exhausted and just bleh, to the point where I'm like, okay, why am I feeling this right now? Because I feel like, okay, let's get this going, but I'm exhausted. And I'm really thirsty. So two things there. When I'm thirsty in a reading, especially right off the bat, without me even talking, to me that's about like taking some extra time for self-love and some self-care. Especially if you've been working really hard and you're feeling drained, the way that I'm feeling right now. Taking care of yourself is the best thing that you can do. So that might be hard for some of you, especially if you're like me, where it's like, okay, I need to keep going. You know, I want to get this done. I want to get this going. Want to work towards either like moving forward or finishing this project or whatever it is that you're working towards. The Spirit's saying, okay, right now you just need to rest, okay? Very, very, very thirsty. So you need to take time to water and nurture yourself, they're saying, because if you're not okay, you can't keep continuing. And they're saying, and you can't keep continuing the way that you are, if this is resonating for you. They say Jenna knows what we're talking about here. I'm very much the type of person where I feel that if I'm not hustling or constantly doing something, that it means that I'm lazy. And they always say, like, Jenna, you don't even take time to enjoy life. You don't have fun, right? You're not taking time to have fun. Because you're too busy, you're too focused on maybe your goals or making money, getting through a cycle and that sort of thing. So if this is resonating for you, which you have Temperance in reverse, to me, a little unbalanced, okay? They say some of you are burning the candle at both ends, all right? So taking the time to take care of yourself. Again, this is gonna, if this resonates with you, then absolutely listen to your intuition and think about how can you recharge. Because they're saying no matter what goal you're working towards, like you could be working towards improving this world in such a big way, and you know that it's a good thing to work towards, and you're really excited and passionate about it, but you still need to take time to relax, honey. You have, on the bottom of the deck, watch a movie. And I love this card because this girl is cuddling up with a cat, which is one of my favorite things to do, and watching a movie, okay? And they're saying, like, this is obviously going to be different for all of you. You will probably know, they're saying you probably know by now exactly what you need to, like, just relax and recharge, all right? For some of you, that's going to be taking a walk in nature, and just having some peace, all right? For others of you, it might be playing with your kids or just sitting and relaxing, whether inside or outside. They're like going to throw me under the bus right now, but they're like, Jenna, your favorite thing to do is drink coffee. I don't have a lot of fun in my life. Not yet, they're saying. But one of my favorite things to do is to just like sip my coffee. And they're like, but do you do that lately? No. Because I try to hurry up and make sure that I get some filming in when I can, because things can be busy around the house. So they're saying like even simple things like that, like even if it's just you taking 10 minutes to sit with your coffee or your tea or your favorite beverage, or there's like even if you're eating a bran muffin with raisins, they're saying, I don't know. Oh yeah, they're showing me that. They're saying we're being silly, Jenna. We're being silly, a little silly. Because some of you need to be a little silly, myself included, they're saying. Okay? Okay, now I know why the tower in reverse is here. They're saying not everything is a tower moment. Like, if you stop for a week, they're saying, or even a month, depending on what you're doing, obviously, just to rest, it doesn't mean your whole world is going to crumble. And obviously, this depends on who you are, what you're doing. If if you're working for money to pay your bills and stuff like that, then obviously you need to work. But they're saying, like, if you're working towards a project and you're feeling a little drained, taking a couple of days off, it's not going to kill you. Like, actually, it's probably the opposite, because it's going to help you recharge and revive. You're going to feel new. Like, that's what they're making me feel with the world card on the bottom of the deck. You like a whole new person, you might feel like, and then you can move forward with more energy, right? Yeah. When I was taking a drink, my guide said, drink up, butthead. My guides always call me butthead, and I know some people might think that's weird, but they're just joking. Like, they joke with me a lot. I think it'd be mean to me at times, but they joke with me a lot because I am so serious. And like, they'll try to make me dance and stuff, and I'm like, no, I can't. But they're saying, you know, like, you don't have to go out and have a big party, or, you know, go to Disneyland or Wonderland. I'm in Canada, so Wonderland. Just to rejuvenate or have fun. You can have fun by watching a funny movie. You can have fun by going out in nature and looking for animals, right? You can have fun baking those raisin bran muffins. What is fun for you, okay? This has come up in another reading. I'm getting where we're going here. Because as we all move forward on our life path towards our life purpose and everything like that, or with our life purpose, I should say, some of us are going to be like super laser focused on it, and they're saying it's good to be focused, but don't be so laser focused on it, right? Have fun with it, okay? Because otherwise you're going to turn it into a job. They're saying you wouldn't really hate it, but okay, yeah. But they're saying, like, you need more than just focusing on that, right? So with your life purpose, you're probably helping someone, right? Whether you're helping people or the environment or animals, right? And they're saying you still have to take care of yourself. So this is a reminder, they're saying, for all of you, that no matter what you're focused on, what goal you're focused on, if you're working towards your life purpose, if you're building a house, building a family, whatever it is, like, everyone needs to take some time for themselves, right? And they're saying, like, especially like moms and dads and parents, you still need to take time for yourselves. Okay, so they're saying, especially with the, talking about parents, okay? Your children will benefit from seeing you taking some time for yourself, because you're teaching them how to take care of themselves too, right? So whether it's you telling them, Mom or Dad, we're not feeling too great today. And they're saying, like, even if it's like you're just feeling down that day, you can tell your kids that you're feeling down, because then they know, you know, it's okay to talk about my emotions. But saying, you know, in my case, so I would say, oh, mommy's feeling kind of down today. I think I'm just going to watch a movie. Do you want to watch a movie with me? And then they know if they're feeling down, you know, maybe they'll watch a movie, or they can develop their own way. So they're saying, like, you're leading by example in that way. So don't feel like you have to be 100% perfect all the time. Like, you can't let your kids see you cry. You can't let your kids see you worn out. I don't know if that's a thing. I'm not a parent yet, but they're saying it's a thing, Jenna. It's a thing. No matter what the case is, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be pushing and striving all the time. They're saying all the damn time. Okay? Some of you may be like really, really excited of what you're moving towards, and I'm getting that. I really am. I'm feeling that what we're working towards, like some of you are really, really working towards money. But there's also an aspect here of working towards those goals, those dreams of ours that we now kind of sense are easier to attain, if that makes sense, while we're kind of shedding those limited beliefs that we've had for a long time. And they're saying, you know what, Jenna, there's still aspects of these beliefs in our heads, you know, that we're going to continue to be shedding, like you're lazy if you take a day off, right? They're saying if you're working at a job, how many of us have done this, by the way, but if you're working at a job at a company that's run by someone else, and you know, you're just not feeling it that day, whether it's for a mental health, your physical health, your emotional health, or just, you know, just to play hooky for one day if you can afford to, it's okay to take a day off. And they're saying you don't really owe anyone an explanation for it, by the way. I had to tell you, especially in my 20s, I have taken days off because I didn't feel like going. And it's not, and they're saying you weren't lazy, Jenna. It was more, for me, it was mental health. But also, okay, one job I had, we were doing inventory. I started during inventory. I worked 7 days in a row, and we were doing long hours. And it had been a while since I was working that physical of labor. So I had 3 days off that I was given, and I took them. And I got called in every single day, and I didn't go, and they got really mad at me. Oh God. Like, tried to make my life miserable, mad at me, but whatever. They're my days off. I deserve them. Aha. Okay. Some of you are working on your days off. Yeah. Or, okay, and as I said, burning the candle at both ends. Some of you are working like a job and then going home and working hard on something. The house card is came up, so I'm feeling that some of you are doing like home renovations, whether it's for your own home, for other people. There's something like you're doing too much. And they're saying you cannot sustain that. You cannot. Okay. All right, where else do we want to go? Whew. Okay, so yes, some of you need to have some more fun, myself included. So if that resonates with you, and if you don't know, like, ask your angels and guides, because they tell me all the time, they're like, Jenna, they always say, Jenna, you're not fun anymore. I said, I never was. I never was fun, because I don't know how to have fun. I feel like I came here for a job to do, and I'm like, let's just freaking get into it so I can go home. I don't really feel like the last part, so I can go home, but it's like, let's get into this. I came here for a reason. They're saying, geez. You also came here to enjoy this experience. So go out and go swimming, and or just sit with your feet and in a pool. Whatever it is that brings you joy, that helps you relax and unwind, do that. Now, some of you are very, very focused, as I said, on making money. And with the miser card in reverse, I feel like it's slipping through your fingers, or you're not making enough of what you want. And they're saying you need to try something new, right? They're saying every situation in here, you need to try something new because it's not working for you. Okay? Very, very interesting. They're showing me the main female card. I can't speak today, apparently. Main female card. Dating differently, too. Interactions with others. Okay. So not only just dating, but also with you overdoing it. Some of you might have to put up boundaries for other people and say, you know what, I can't do that. I'm getting to this point where it's like, I'm doing things for people and I enjoy doing it. But then some people, I'm just like, you know what, I can't do this shit for you anymore. And they're saying, Jenna, like, you're not wrong. And it's not mean, because I do feel mean about it. But they're saying, like, are they doing anything for you? You do have the card about energy exchange. Okay, so we are definitely talking about energy exchange here. Exchanging our time, our effort, for what? Okay, for what? Interesting. Are we talking about reflection again? Yay, okay. Okay, I keep talking about reflection. This being a time of reflection, they're saying you can always do reflection in your life. I can't remember which sign I talked about this for, but they're saying it's going to come up in probably every reading anyways, because it's still time for reflection, Jenna, they're saying. Reflection on what's working for you and what's not in your life, okay? Okay, yeah. And if you're constantly busy, working, striving, you're going to be too busy to even notice, right? You're too busy to notice. Okay. The example that they're also giving me here is like, we're working so hard to bring in money, but what is it that actually truly matters? And in this image, the guy has his hand almost on his heart. What actually truly matters, Jenna, they're saying? Love and connection. That's the most important form of currency that you will ever have or experience, they're saying. Way more than money, because how many people have you heard of that have pretty much anything that they want? Millions of dollars, maybe even billions, that may not even be happy because they don't feel fulfilled, right? They're saying, Jenna, tell the tornado story again. I don't know if I've told you this. I've told one group about the tornado. So near where I live, and I mean, this could be anyone, right? This could be places like in the States where there's hurricanes, or any kind of natural disaster, or anything, honestly, fires. But near where I live, in a neighboring town very close to me, there was a tornado a couple of weeks ago, and it demolished a big chunk of someone's house. And on the news, the lady that owned the house was saying, you know, when everything's said and done, all I care about is that everyone is okay. You know, I have my family, and that's all that really matters. This is just stuff, right? This is just stuff. So, yes, it's okay to work towards having the money so we can buy the car and the nice house and the jacuzzi and the nice clothes and whatever it is that you work towards. They're saying, in my case, the tarot cards and the crystals and the coffee and whatever makes you happy, Jenna. They're saying it's all well and good, and they're saying, like, you came here to live a good life, right? So don't feel bad about wanting luxury in your life. Because what did we say at the beginning of the reading, Jenna? We need to have fun, right? And it's okay to indulge in everything. But when it all comes down to it, the currency that we should be working towards, that we should be focusing on the most, is our connections with ourselves and with our loved ones. So they're saying there will be a lot of shifts in perspective coming up. A lot of epiphanies. I'm receiving them too. But if you've been like, so go, 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 expect your angels and guides to step in a little bit. If you've been on this journey, to help you slow down so that you can see things, right? The example that they're giving me is if you are driving through the country and it's beautiful countryside, but if you're going like 90, 100, 120 miles an hour, or kilometers an hour, I mean, if you're going super fast, it's just all a blur. You're not really taking it in. And even with me on my walks, you know, sometimes my head is so clouded that I go for my whole half an hour walk and I'm like, oh, I didn't really, you know, experience the nature as much as I wanted to. And they're like, exactly, like you're saying like, it's okay that, you know, you miss some things, right? It's okay. But, you know, you're missing out on your life. So if you're too busy to see these sights or to see these signs even, they're saying, if you're trying to look for where you turn in that example of driving, but you're going too fast, you're not seeing the sign, right? And you're not seeing what's important. So I'm seeing like this beautiful bit of water and greenery all around it. We're not seeing what's important. With me, I've been exhausted. Like, there's a reason why these videos are way later than I normally would have. I usually like posting like mid-month, so that there's a couple extra weeks ahead of the month that I'm doing. That didn't happen this month because my guides made me feel very, very drained and tired. I slept a bit. I just kind of hung around and I felt so bad about myself and lazy. But they were like, but you weren't taking time to reflect. Not as much as I should have, really. So, I feel a little bit lighter right now. A little more relaxed, but I still feel a little chaotic in my head right now. They're saying, Jenna girl takes things a little too seriously sometimes, and some of you are too. Friggin' throwing me under the bus. Over the bus? Yeah, they're gonna throw me over the bus too. They're being silly. Okay. So in the case of taking things a little too seriously, again, working towards a goal, or what they're making me feel with the visionary card in reverse, it's like you don't need to see the end result. You don't need to know what happens. Okay? What if you make a mistake? What is a mistake, Jenna? They're saying a mistake is a lesson. Okay? It could be a blessing. It could be both. So in my case, they're saying, Jenna, what if you missed posting for the month of August? I mean, if you notice, if you watch my other videos, I posted a lot in June, right? They're saying you overposted. I disagree. I felt like I needed to post more, and they're like, whatever. But then July, I posted absolutely nothing. Like, nothing. I think, maybe like one set of videos for the next 3 months, but to me, like, I didn't post anything. And they're like, well, like, but did anything happen? But did you die? They're saying, did you die, Jenna, from missing a month of posting? You gained a couple extra subscribers and you did absolutely nothing. Thank you, by the way. But they're saying, you know, you might lose some subscribers from not posting, but it's not the end of the world, Jenna. They're saying, it's not the end of the world. And they also say, like, with my pick a card readings, so I post those, and they don't get as many views, but I really enjoy doing them. And they're saying, so what? Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know, you could try something and, okay, it didn't really work out. You know, that's okay. That's okay. But as we've talked about in other videos, you know, if that doesn't work out, then there may be something better out there. Or maybe it's just not working out for right now, right? There's so many times, I can't tell you how many times I thought about, okay, maybe I won't continue with my YouTube videos. And then somebody will post something like, oh, I really enjoyed this video. Like, literally every single time. And I'm like, you guys are doing that on purpose. And they're like, yeah, we are. We are. But that's okay. That is okay. And you know what? And they're saying, like, you guys can take time. It doesn't have to be like a whole month like me. They're saying some of you don't need a whole month. Maybe just like a weekend. Just to relax. But it's okay to take time to evaluate what's working for you and what isn't in your life, right? Think about what you want at a deeper level, okay? What do you want for your life? How do you want to feel in your life? Like, they're even giving me the example of, say, at home, like your bedroom. It doesn't look the way that you want it to. Maybe you want more peace in your life, and they're saying, like, you could paint your bedroom, and do that up, and have, like, a little bit more peace in your life. It could be something as simple as that. And they're saying if you don't have the money, you can ask for help. Okay. But okay. They're saying you can be creative with it, but also, like, it's going to be different for everyone, right? So okay, so in terms of dating, they're saying how we approach things now is going to be different. You know, we're taking this time to reflect, yes. We're taking this time, you have the cleanse card on the bottom of the deck, to clear out what no longer serves us. That's the point of the reflection. That to clear out what no longer serves us, but also to really realize what we truly want at that deeper level. Connection. You know, maybe you want to connect more with your family. I can't tell you how having lockdowns and that sort of thing have made me realize that maybe connections with people in my life aren't as strong as I thought. Maybe you felt like they had drifted away more than I even considered, right? So maybe you've noticed that in your own family or with your friendships. And maybe you decide with your family, okay, let's start doing a board game night so that we can all connect. Or let's start, you know, making bread together. Like, or those friggin' bran muffins. Chocolate chip muffins, doesn't matter. Or cookies. Cookies would work. They're saying have more fun with it. You know, don't take life so seriously. But at the same time, you know, take some time to think about the deeper meaning of life. And they're saying that was a test. That was a test. Don't be so serious about things, but also make sure that you're making time for what makes you happy and what's important. That's what they mean. They're being really silly today. Really silly. Okay. How we approach things is different. It's going to be different. So with dating, with me, the way that I'm approaching dating now is very different than how I did before. Although my old ways kind of pop up so I can realize what I had done previously. But even going on dating apps, my profile, completely different. Because I know exactly what I want, and I thought that people would judge me for it, but I just put it all out there. I put it all out there. And did I find exactly what I wanted? Well, I won't get into that, but a lot of the men that messaged me weren't really exactly what I was looking for. They may have like aspects of it, especially in the beginning, because I'm not on it anymore. But you know, these men were way more accepting of me and my beliefs and my interests, which I thought was crazy. But also, I noticed in my interactions with people that I'm very more, I'm okay with being more open, more vulnerable, and talking things through, right? I kind of noticed that with some guys, some things that would make me probably not want to talk to them again, like I would talk through it, and I'm like, oh, you know, looking back, it was probably, I was a big issue, yeah. I was doing a lot of, I can't think of the word right now, but it's like if I was feeling insecure about something, I was placing it on them, like they wouldn't like it in me. So yeah, so that really helped me. I mean, I'm still working through it, I'm not perfect at it, but that really helped me with moving forward in this dating process to be like, wow, okay, I see how they're saying subtle changes, Jenna, these subtle changes in the way that you're dating compared to what you were doing even like a year ago. The changes, like seeing them reflect in the people who I've been talking to, or seeing the kind of man that maybe was attracted to me. I don't know how to, like, it's still new to me, right? It's still new to me, but they're saying like my approach was different this time, and it wasn't like, didn't have to drastically be different, but just those subtle changes, how they can change the outcome, they're saying, right? Interesting. I have no idea what I'm going to title this because I feel like I'm all over the place. Whew. Okay, how we approach things is different now, moving towards goals as well. So yes, dating and finding a partner could be a goal of yours. Now, okay, so you have the High Priestess card. Harness mystic power. To me, it gives me magician vibes, like creating our own destiny. You have the Shapeshifter card that says transform and unveil your gifts. And you also have the Fire Guardian card, which is ignite your passions, okay? To me, these cards are talking about, oh, and you have the Trader card, which talks about creating abundance, right? To me, these cards are talking about like manifestation, creating a life that you desire. They're saying, which is also a reason why having this reflection period is going to be so important, or is so important, because some of you may be realizing, oh, that's what I've been doing, right? So taking that time to realize what it is that you really want, and having that approach towards that goal being very, very different, they're saying. Very, very different in the end result of what you would receive than what you may have before. So you may have been striving towards this goal or another goal before, and maybe you fell short of it, they're saying. But now, releasing those limited beliefs, kind of getting unstuck in our heads and realizing our potential, keeping our head up high and knowing that we are worthy and that we deserve a life that that suits us, like deserving. They're saying you deserve that luxury. You deserve to have people in your life that love you and are loyal and treat you well. You deserve to have the house of your dreams. You deserve to have whatever it is that you want in your life. So now that we know that we deserve it, because some of us probably didn't realize it, right? We might not have realized it. I definitely didn't feel that I deserved love. I definitely, and you know what, they're saying like this was like subconscious here too. Not realizing how much I held myself back because I didn't believe that I was worthy of even bigger dreams, bigger goals, like having my dream house or having a dream life, right? Yeah. So now knowing that we are deserving of it, now knowing that we are more capable of being able to work towards that, that is a different approach. And they're saying it could be even like a little subtle. That whatever it is, that change, that shift in perspective makes all the difference, they're saying. You have the wish card. I love that. You know, that came out, it was the first card and I smiled because I'm like, yeah, wish. Okay. What is it that you wish for? Because honey, you can get it. You know, if you're focused on something and you can ask your angels and guides to help you move towards it. And they're saying we highly, strongly suggest that you do, because we can help you. We can create those shortcuts. We can help align you with the right people, right place, right time. Okay? Whatever it is that you want. Yeah, I had a feeling with this card. They can make the stars align for you, right? What do you wish for? And we're changing the approach to work towards it. They're playing the song in my head again. We don't have to work hard for the money, right? Toil and labor card is all about working a job that you don't really like. But you also had the occupation card come out, which is talking about working at something that you love doing. And you may work hard at it, but it's not something that you don't enjoy. I said that weird. But you're working at something that you absolutely love. So yes, we have the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Working hard, right? And again, with the Ignite Your Passions card, right? We're doing something that we're passionate about. We're moving into that. You might already be in it. You might be stepping into it. You might have started doing something, and you might, how do I even want to word this? So you might have an idea of where you're going, and they're saying like some of you get ready to pivot a little bit because you're not realizing your dream could be so much bigger. Your abilities are so much stronger, whether they're your spiritual gifts. This could be like your knowledge. I don't even know how to put this. They're saying it's not easy to be able to put it in certain words, but it's basically like our human brains can limit us so easily because we do not understand how far we can go in life. You know, you might have a dream of they're saying like owning a circus, but maybe I don't really like that example though. They're just being silly. But okay, say you have an example, or yeah. Say you have a dream of being a baker, right? Or maybe you start by baking in your home, and then you kind of sell cookies or whatever it is that you're baking, maybe wedding cakes, and you just do like smaller jobs, or like not as many jobs because you're just working from home, right? This could be a hobby that you do or a side hustle after you're done work. Doesn't matter. But you might think, okay, that's what it is. Like, this is the capacity that I'm going to do it at. And they're saying, no, if you really want to, if you want to quit your job and focus on being a baker full time, you can own your own bakery. You can own your own catering company. You can, like, they're saying, think about how many companies right now, and they're even saying like the Cake Boss, right? Buddy, like, yes, that's his family business, but like, think about how they started and they built themselves up, right? So don't limit yourself. And they're saying, if you want help with breaking through those limitations, you can ask your angels and guides, because you can always say, you know, I want to be a baker full time or something better, right? Or you could always become a baker full time, maybe at another company, and then realize, you know what, I really enjoy this, but I want to be my own boss, and then move. They're saying, yeah, exactly. You're not necessarily gonna go from like one thing right to the next thing. You know, you're not going to go from intern to CEO. You got to build your way up. In some cases, they're saying we have shortcuts, but if this is something that you want, they can help you with it. They're saying dream bigger. If there is a big dream that you want, let's work towards it. But again, as I keep saying, we're going to approach it differently. We're going to approach it differently. And they're saying, and we're not really giving you full examples of that, Jenna, because that's going to look differently for every single one of you. Every single one of you. So with this card, the Clover, they're making me feel like we're going to create our own luck now, right? We're going to create our own luck, and we're not going to struggle anymore, right? They say, tell them the story, Jenna. I already told this story, but anyways. So as I told you, my angels and guides made me like exhausted for over a month, right? And they're saying specifically for the month of July. I know it's not over. It almost is, but for the month of July, I didn't, the only thing that I did was I did one reading, and I got $20 for that reading, family discount. That was the only thing that I really remotely did that was work, okay? I spent most of it like relaxing and trying to get my energy back. And they're saying, well, we took your energy away for a reason, so you wouldn't be striving towards something to show you something. And what they showed me was, I didn't realize it until like a week ago, and they're like, hey, Jenna, look at your bank account right now. You've done diddly squat in your mind. But how much money have you received in the month of July? And it wasn't for work stuff either. But how much money did you receive in the month of July in comparison to any other month before that? And you did absolutely nothing. And I was like, the money that I have in my bank account, or that I know is also coming to me, is enough for me to pay my expenses for probably the next 4 months, I'm assuming. And they're saying, like, it doesn't work that way where you don't do work and you receive the money. But they're saying, in my case, this was back pay. But what they wanted to show me was that I don't always have to be striving and working hard, wearing myself out to try to bring in that money, and also to try to get some recognition from others, right? They're saying, no. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be difficult. And they're saying, if you're doing something and it doesn't feel as enjoyable anymore, there's a sign right there for you. Not saying that I wasn't enjoying what I was doing, but I felt like whatever I was doing, I needed to do more. Okay, and they're saying you might feel that way. Again, with having the steps and moving up the steps, moving up the ladder, whatever you want to call it. Okay, well, I'm happy with baking in my house, and that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that, absolutely nothing. But then you realize, oh, I want to be a baker full time. So maybe you go to another company, as I said, and then you realize, you know what, I really want to make my own hours, or I really want to have more control in my life. I want to own my own company, right? I need more, okay? And then you grow from there. You know, maybe you start to develop your own franchise, right? So, doesn't matter. They're even giving me the example of like going to do an apprenticeship. I don't know if this is what you call it, or not an internship, an apprenticeship in France with maybe like a pastry chef, like that sort of thing. They're saying like, don't think that can't happen. You may think, okay, well maybe I have the credentials to get in, but I don't have the money. We can help you with that, honey, they're saying, okay? Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck. We're definitely moving into something new. With this new approach, so this card to me is all about love. In this case, there's two things that I'm getting from this card. One, if you're looking for love, you can ask your angels and guides, and they can help you to bring in that love. Especially with this yellow, to me it's like a light that's guiding the other stork. If you're looking for love, ask them for help, okay? They're saying, for some of you, have you ever tried asking us to help you? Because Jenna didn't, not until fairly recently. See, it can be difficult with like the law of attraction, and everyone has their own ideas. Sometimes there's information missing, and they're saying, you know what, if you just ask your angels and guides to guide you towards whatever it is that you want, whatever it is you desire, and you listen to your intuition, so you have to take that time. They're saying, again, not being so busy, but taking some time to relax, even just going for that walk, to listen to your intuition so you can connect with them and your higher self and receive that intuitive nudge so you know when to take action towards something, okay? That different approach. And they really want me to say, so the first thing that I got with this card was, if you build it, they will come. Okay? So if you're wanting to have a family, this is the example that they're giving me. If you're wanting to have a family and meet someone and settle down and have a kid, because we do have the child card here, think about it in your head. What do you want your life to look like? Where do you want to live? Do you want to live on a farm? Do you want to live in the city? Do you want to live in the suburbs? How do you want to decorate your house? If that brings you joy, that brings me joy. What kind of lifestyle do you want? You know, do you want to be at home? Do you want to work from home so you can be with your kids? How many kids do you want? You know, they're saying you don't really have to focus on if you want boys and girls, or who, like how many kids you want, or anything like that. They're saying, you know, maybe like the amount of kids is a good thing to know, especially once you start looking for, if you're looking for a partner and you have that conversation. Okay, how many kids do you want? Okay, I want 2. Okay, I want 2 too. 2. But like, how do you want to raise your kids, right? Think about that. What kind of approach do you want? Same with like marriage. It's like, how do you want to go about your finances? Do you want to work towards like the FIRE movement, financial independence, retire early? think about that sort of thing. You know, they're saying like you don't have to get too specific, but it's important for you to think about how do you want, like, what is your end game, they're saying. How do you want to live your life? Even if you're not interested in having a family, how do you want to live your life? Do you want to be traveling all the time? Do you want to, you know, do you want to be a famous actor or actress? Do you want to learn astrology? Like, think about it. And think about the things that bring you joy, that can add joy to your life every day, right? Yeah, they're saying Jenna girl wants to have a baby. I do. And you know what they did with me? Was they helped me to realize, you know, how I want to raise my children, my future children. So what kind of, like for example, when we were talking about self-care before, and I was giving the example of parents and showing your kids, right? I want to have like self-care Sundays with my kids. I want to be like, you know, like well, obviously we're not when they're little, but you know, show them that mommy's going to do a face mask, or mommy's going to scrub her feet and maybe like give herself a manicure or a pedicure. I want them to see that I'm eating healthy and that I'm being active, but I'm doing things that I enjoy doing. So I'm eating foods that I love to eat, and like they're showing me a spread of like food from our garden, so strawberries, even carrots like cut up, and having healthy snacks. One of my big things is like holidays, so Christmas especially, like how do you want to celebrate Christmas with your family? Obviously that's going to be different for everyone. Not everybody celebrates Christmas, but in my case, like that's a big thing for me. Do you want to do a lot of community or work in the community? How do you want to live your life? That is very important for you to think about and consider. Okay? But if you are so busy and so consumed with like working towards that that almighty dollar, they're saying, or working towards whatever it is, like they're saying you might not even be working towards anything specific, but maybe you're so busy at work and then you come home and you got to clean the house and you got to do laundry and you got to do this and you got to do that. Maybe there's just like so many gotta do's that you don't have time to plan where you want to go. Okay? Whew. Some of you need to take a breather, because this life might not be working out for you as much as you might not even have thought of it. They're saying, well, get thinking about it, because you came here to enjoy your life, to experience all that you want to experience. So if you want to travel, you can travel. You can ask us for money. You can ask us to find a way to help you travel. For those of you who are looking for connection, you do have the friends card. I love it. Okay? If you're looking for friendships or even deeper connections with people who are already in your lives, you can ask them for that. You know, taking some time to reflect. You don't have to like sit down and just think like, okay, let's write this all out. And some of you might like to, because some of you might be like me and like making lists. But you could say, angels and guides, can you please show me, you know, where in my life, what's working for me and what isn't? And they will help you. They will help you. And they're saying like, don't be scared about that. I'm just like, I'm laughing because I know what they've been showing me. In some cases with friendships, someone may have like did something or said something very, very minor, but it was like a giant red flag for me. And I'm like, oh no, I don't want to continue this. And they're saying that's okay. That is okay. All right. Or it could be something like maybe you go to someone's house and they have a fruit that you've never tried before, right? This is the example they're giving me, like passion fruit or star fruit or jackfruit or whatever. I don't know. Maybe someone has it and they're like, hey, try this. And you're like, oh my gosh, that's the most delicious thing I've ever tasted. I've only tasted passion fruit, so I don't know about the other ones. Holy crap, right? And then you discover something new. It could be something like they're saying it could be something very exciting. With me, how I started drinking coffee, I was never a coffee person. I love the smell of it, never liked the taste of it. Then one day at school, I would always get a hot chocolate at Tim Hortons for my 6 p.m. class, just to like bring me joy to get through it because it was hard. And one day I asked for my hot chocolate and I got a French vanilla. And I didn't realize it until after I got to my class and they had closed. But then I smelled it. I'm like, this smells delicious. And of course it's like, as my dad calls it, it's more like French vanilla ice cream with a little bit of coffee. It's very sweet, but it was delicious. And that changed my life completely, they're saying. It kind of did though. It really changed things for me. But they're saying, you know, have fun with this and things can come to you in the most crazy ways. And they want me to read the one line under friends. It says, the most unlikely friendships can form. And that's the only part that they want me to read about this. You have no idea who could pop into your life and change it, right? It's funny because when I was doing a reading yesterday, all of a sudden I'm in the basement. So this orange cat just poked its head in my window and I'm like, whoa, that's never happened before. And now there's a card with an orange cat on it. They're saying like maybe even just a stray cat comes into your life and changes it. That's happened to me. It brings you a lot of love, right? But same thing with people, like you never know who you could become best friends with or what business partnership could happen, right? Or even just meeting someone who ends up being an acquaintance, but somehow they help steer you on this path towards something bigger than you could have ever imagined, right? Okay. I'm going to end it there, Taurus, because I feel that I've been talking for a long time. Yeah, I definitely have. But we're taking a new approach in life. So make sure that you are thinking about these things. They're saying, but have fun with it. Like, it's not like, oh, you got to do this or you're not going to live your life. It's up to you. Everything is up to you. Your world is not going to come crashing down if you take some time off, okay? But have fun with this. Have fun thinking about what life you want to live, okay, Taurus? I hope you have an awesome month of August. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if it resonates, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.